two sides prepared to come out here at Loftus Road. I mean, when you know the scores from the other games, coming into a match like this, is that a positive or a negative as a player?
Well, I think when they go the way they did last night, it can only be positive. You know, the pressure's on no matter what, whether everyone would have won last night or everyone got beat or whatever. The pressure's on. We have to take care of ourselves, but the lads will know if we win tonight, we come out of the bottom three, and it makes it even more kind of enticing.
Two sides on the field of play. If you're watching here on iFollow, welcome, and if you're listening, welcome as well. You'll have seen, if you're watching, that the Queen's Park Rangers community staff waving a big giant centre circle flag at the moment as the two sides shake hands. We'll talk about the Rotherham United changes. Obviously you sitting this one out, so Richie Towell comes in, like for like swap. Clark Robertson didn't make it. Richard Wood comes back in and retakes the armband as well. And the other change right back, Zach Viner for Billy Jones. So all pretty much like for like changes.
Yeah, it's three changes that by no means weaken the side. I think Clarkie's been in some great form, but obviously Woody's so experienced, he's a leader. He'll come in and it won't be a big shock for him. He'll just come in and cruise like he does. And then obviously Zach's played a lot of games for us this season as well. I think he'll be fine. He's got a nice long throw as well, so he's got the pressure doing that tonight. I don't know how to do it. And then obviously Richie for myself. I didn't say any more about that. Rich plays pretty much every week, and he's been in good form as well. Scored a few goals. I fancy him tonight for another one. He likes to score in this kit.
And we spoke to Paul on before the game on Saturday against Sheffield United, and he said 3 games in quick succession. No matter what the results and performances are like, you will have to make changes. It's that time of the season as well. Perhaps we're into the final straight, 9 games to go. Performances kind of go out the window a little bit sometimes, don't they? Sometimes you've got to look after your squad. Yeah,
definitely. I think the Blackburn game is a game that we thought would have been probably the poorest out of the last 6 or 7, and it was the one we won. So it's getting to that stage now where I'm sure if you ask the gaffer or any of the players, how do you want to do tonight? Do you want to play really poorly and win, or do you want to play really well and be unlucky and lose or draw? I know what the answer would be. It's obviously coming to the crunch time of the season, so wins are the most important things, and the players know that now. There's not loads of time left. It's time to start winning games.
Handshakes between the two captains, Tony Leicester and Richard Wood, and both teams going into the pre-match huddle. You obviously play a big part in this. What's kind of been said at this sort of time?
Yeah, just a last few motivating words. Woody tends to keep it quite calm and says just stick to your jobs. We know what we're doing because all the prep's done at this point. This is just that last little bit just to get the boys firing and make sure we start the first 5 minutes well. I think the start is massively important, especially away from home. Try and quieten down this crowd. There's not many here really anyway. So I think if we start well, the game might go a bit dead, and I think that suits us.
Well, it's Queen's Park Rangers who will kick off. The blue and white hoop shirts, white shorts with blue trim and white socks, kicking from left to right towards the Rotherham United supporters, occupying the upper tier to the right of the commentary position as we sit. Rotherham United in their third strip this evening, yellow shirts with light blue trim, light blue shorts and light blue socks are underway here at Loftus Road. Live on iFollow Millers, Matt Young and Will Vokes with you, and the first throw-in of the evening goes to Queen's Park Rangers on this near side. Darnell Furlong, 10 yards inside the Rotherham United half, will take this throw-in. Just have to peer over the throngs of press just in front of our position here as he sends it down the line. Rotherham clear into the stand through the left boot there of Joe Newell, and it's going to be another throw into Queen's Park Rangers in a very similar position down this right-hand side. Blustery evening here in West London, probably not as blustery as it been in South Yorkshire as we set off. And Rotherham will clear. Wiles takes one in the back there from Jordan Cousins. First free kick of the evening, Will Vokes, goes to Rotherham United.
Yeah, I like it when they try and play on bars. Joe Mattock, not play on him, but stick a few long balls because he never gets beat in the air. He's got a great leap on him, and Wilesy there as well, doing well with the man up his back just to take the foul. That's going to be important today, winning all them battles.
Marek Rodak, 10 yards out of his goal, will take the free kick. Michael Smith, the obvious target, playing on Tony Leicester at the moment. It's sent towards Smith's direction. Real battle there with Leicester straight away. Headed up in the air, and then QPR clear. Eze flicks on. Still inside the Queen's Park Rangers half. Scrappy in there. It's forced into the centre circle. Eze then miscontrols, but Strong just fends off the challenge there of Richie Towell. Under pressure from John Taylor as well. Good feed.
Yeah, he's a good player. Good player.
Watched by one or two clubs. Rumours are to be believed as QPR raid down the centre here. Options to the right, but a good challenge coming in there from Ben Wiles. Wins it back for Rotherham United. Into the channel, Smith will give chase. Leicester will see it out, and it's a throw into QPR inside their own half. 2 minutes gone, 0-0. Furlong drying the ball with his shirt. So, well, you can tell us about the towel day on Saturday now. So what on earth happened there?
Yeah. Well, obviously we had some towels put out, and it was cleared by the referee. They said that's fine as long as both teams can use them, which obviously we agreed to. And I think one of the stewards in Sheffield United thought he'd be a bit of a job's worth and start putting the towels away. But yeah, it didn't affect it too much, to be honest. I could still dry the ball, but I think their manager wanted them gone, and they were gone quite quickly. And then I wasn't on the pitch for much longer after that. So.
Free kick to Rotherham just inside their own half. Rhoda comes out of his goal to take this one. 2.5 minutes played. Goalless here at Loftus Road. Not been a particularly happy hunting ground for Rotherham United in recent seasons. Smith flicks on. Newell tried to keep it and can't get there at the byline. A goal kick to QPR. And Lumley in black will prepare to take this one.
Yeah, don't want to tempt fate, but the last time we were here, it was such a contrast to the way the squad is now. It was a real dark day. I was speaking to the manager before the game, and he felt a bit sick just thinking back about it and the kind of position we were in at the time. But come a long way since then, and I think we'll be a lot more competitive tonight.
Yeah. Possibly the only highlight from that game since Joe Newell scored an absolute wonder goal.
Yeah, it was a great goal, on a volley, half volley.
Lumley clears out to this near side. Wood jumps and wins it in the air. Wiles back to goal on halfway. Then Newell takes over, tries to feed one up the left touch line, takes a deflection. Rotherham will pick up the throw, despite Donald Furlong trying to kid the referee there. Will be a throw in to Rotherham United. Mattock forward from left back will come and take this one. Just a couple of yards inside the QPR half. Just in front of the fourth official. Jai comes short, so does Wiles. Here is Ben Wiles. Lets it run across his body into the centre circle. Drops it to Michael Iekwe. Now Viner. Iekwe once more takes a touch. Looks up. Sends one long into the channel. Over the head though of John Taylor. Out of play. And QPR have a throw now on the far side. The left full back position. Where do the QPR dangers lie? We talked about Eze, and Freeman obviously stands out, doesn't he, as well, from years gone by here? Yeah,
we weren't expecting Eze to play. We thought they'd go with Naki Wells up top, but obviously they've changed it. I think maybe because Eze was good against us at home and he's been out of the team for a bit. He's a very talented player. I think if we keep him quiet, we're halfway there, really. Obviously, as you say, Freeman's the other danger. They've got a team of individuals, but I think as a squad, as an 11, I think we're going to pip it.
Cleared by QPR. Wood wins it in the air to halfway, back to goal. Then Wiles holds off the challenge, rolls it back to Michael Iekwe, continuing at centre half as Richard Wood is a central defensive partner this evening. Mark Robertson failing to shake off a hamstring injury which he picked up against Sheffield United. Leicester heads clear for Queen's Park Rangers, nudged on them by Taylor, just beyond Richie Towell, and Lynch goes long over the top for QPR. Too long in fact though for Toma Hemed, and that will bobble through to Marek Rodak. Plays it short this time. QPR allowing Rotherham to bring it out from the back. Richard Wood turns one forward towards Michael Smith. Leicester wins it in the air once more. Headed over halfway by Luongo. Now Eze takes it down on his chest, gives it straight to Wiles though. Holds off the challenge, was fouled there by Jordan Cousins. Free kick to Rotherham just to the left of the centre circle. Deceptively strong player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's had a good start, Walsey. He's actually very strong in the gym. He squats a lot of weight. All his strength is in his lower half of his body, his legs. And he holds the ball off well and buys fouls, and he started the game really brightly.
Mattock thought about taking the free kick short there, but he thinks better of it. Re-spots the ball. And Rotherham United send the cavalry forward, occupying space on the edge of the penalty area. Hoisted forward by Mattock. Up go the heads, cleared away by Queen's Park Rangers. Viner will scamper after the loose ball on the far side. Tries to play it forward first time, it's blocked. He will get the throw in though. 10 yards inside the QPR half, but the referee think he suggested that may have been a foul throw there. Went to QPR instead. Wouldn't have happened if you'd have been on the pitch.
It wasn't a long one, so I wouldn't have taken that. But no, I don't know what he saw there, the ref, to be honest. I didn't see it from here anyway.
Don't really see the odd foul throw very often these days. QPR have it just inside the Rotherham United half. Out of play though. And Rotherham throw on the far side. Pretty scrappy start in the opening 7 minutes, but that's probably to Rotherham United's advantage, you'd say.
Yeah, as the away team, you want to just try and settle the game down a little bit. I think it's been a fine start. It's all right. It's a bit scrappy, but we'll build on it.
Smith goes down wanting a free kick there, nothing given. QPR will run it up towards halfway. That was good tracking though by John Taylor, who was fouled. The referee took a few moments to give it on the far side. Free kick to the Millers. Instantly, Ajayi and Wood make their way up front the back. Just clipped his heels, didn't he, from behind there. That was Luongo on John Taylor. Viner's going to take this one.
You see, we're trying to use the set plays, obviously, from everywhere, really. We've got a big team, especially with Woody back in the team as well. Great ball.
And it goes towards Smith, who connects well, but straight into the hands of Joe Lumley. Looks to get QPR on the counter-attack here. Mattox have to be quick. Look at the pace on offside. Samuel. Challenged by Mattox, a good one, but QPR got a throw in, and that all came from the keeper's long kick.
Yeah, it was a great kick from the goalie, but Joe Mattox got well to get back in. He's rapid for QPR, that lad. Who is it? 20.
Offside Samuel on the right-hand side. Nottingham Forest 1, Aston Villa 1 is the latest score in the Championship. Thrown to QPR in an advanced position, and Furlong grasps the ball on this near side. Quite difficult for us to see the near touchline. In fact, you can't see it over the heads of the supporters.
Looks like a long throw. I think he's drying the ball.
He's disappeared, so
from
it must
what we've
be
seen, it's not too long. Oh, it is.
Well, it's decent. And it's come off the head of Richard Wood and clears. Eze will chase it to the far side. Chance maybe to put the ball back into the mix here for QPR. They do just that. And will flick on, and then the shot comes in, I think, from Henne, and that was a great save with his legs by Rodak, turned behind them by Mattox. First real chance of the game, and it's a corner to QPR.
Yeah, it was a good flick on from the lad in the middle of the box, but that's a superb save from Marek with his feet. Real good reaction save, that.
Dangerous ball in from Luongo. Rodak makes a fine stop for Rotherham United. Made a few on Saturday against Sheffield United. So a corner, the first of the evening, goes to the home team. Just coming up to the 10th minute. And swinging corner. Which will come eventually. Plenty of pushing and shoving in the box. It's actually come short to Eze. Looks to return it to Freeman. That was a poor return. Viner nips in and clears through on the near side.
Yeah, we've watched their clips. They do like a short corner. I didn't think they were going to do it then. It didn't look set up, but that's one of their threats. They like a short corner. And Zach's reacted well and cleared the danger.
Viner back into the side for Billy Jones, who's on the bench this evening. This is Eze from the throw-in, back to goal. Turn forward to the edge of the penalty area. Good sliding challenge coming in there from Mattox. Now there's a foul. Free kick to the Millers.
Brilliant, Joe Mattox, strong in the tackle, and then the lad comes through the back of him. Bit of pressure from QPR. It'd be good just to slow this down like Joe Newell is. Joe Newell's got a great football brain.
Got a great elevator position of most of the pitch, but anything that's happening on this near side, I virtually can't see anything that's going on, to be honest with you. So.
Need a long neck like me.
Yeah. So Rodak comes out of his goal to take the free kick. We've played 10.5 minutes 0-0. One real chance so far. And that was Hamed's strike, which was saved by the feet of Marek Rodak. We could potentially be coming up against Marek. I don't know if the Slovakia squad's been announced yet. But,
yeah, I think he will be in the squad. I think he usually is.
So that's flicked out for a goal kick. Probably a good opportunity to talk about your first call up for Wales.
Yeah, obviously a very proud moment for me. I mean, you talk about your highs and lows in football. Probably the lowest I felt after a game on Saturday for a long time, if not ever. And then obviously you get a phone call a couple of days later to say you've been called up for your national team. So highs and lows, and it'll be a great honour. I'm looking forward to it.
Norwich 1-0. QPR have it on halfway, hoisted forward. Mattox should deal with this and does. Hooks it clear. Wiles tussling away there with Cousins, who I thought may have fouled him there, but play on, says the referee. Interception made by Newell. QPR throw. Furlong hoisted into the penalty area. Stooping header clear is by Michael Iekwe. And this time QPR have an advanced throw in, and Leicester is already trotting forward from the back here, so maybe we're going to see another long throw, Will, here from Donald Furlong.
Yeah, it was a lot longer than I thought. From a few clips we watched it, he wasn't getting that far, and they played short quick.
Gets it back Furlong, and he just kept it in mind. Cousins under pressure has to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, so that's good pressing there by Richie Towell. Lumley well out of his goal, hoists it forward towards the far side. Good header clear by Zach Viner. Turn forward again, this time by Bidwell. Bit of an up and under, headed away by Michael Iekwe. QPR have it just inside the Rotherham half, won back by the Millers.
William Ben Wiles again winning that second ball. He's been superb so far. Physical side of the game, he's won everything.
Kept his place from the game on Saturday. Also had that big impact, didn't he, Ben Wiles against Blackburn Rovers coming off the bench. Smith just keeps it in play in the near side.
Brilliant play.
Down the line, Joe. Lovely turn by Joe Newell here, heading down the left hand side. Firm sliding challenge by Leongo, but a throw in an advanced position here for Rotherham United.
Yeah, great play from Joe Newell. Michael Smith I thought he was backed into a corner there, managed to get out. Newley, if he'd have looked up, he might have seen Richie Towell's run through the middle, but he's done very well there in a tight spot.
This one would have been well within Wilvo's range, I would have thought, just about.
Yeah, I think I'd have been drying this one up, try and launch it in.
That's it short, gets it back, tries to thread it through towards Newell. Sliding challenge, and QPR have it back. Eze is fell there by Wiles. Free kick.
Yeah, it's a good decision from Wilesy, to be honest with you. Just stop the counter attack because they were in a little bit there.
Leongo out to the left hand side. Bidwell, formerly of Brentford. Leongo once more. Leicester brings it over halfway now for Queen's Park Rangers. 0-0, Ivan Eiffel and Millers. 13.5 minutes played. Matt Young and Will Vokes with you here at Loftus Road, as Joe Newell sends one into the left channel, and Smith will get after this one against Leicester. He's not the quickest, he just got there in time. Rolled it back to Lumley. That's
definitely something we'll look to exploit down the side of him. Get Michael Smith running. It's quicker than you think, Smudge.
A good example of that was probably that goal against Sheffield Wednesday in the start of the second half, when did the Wednesday defence for pace on that afternoon.
I think with big strikers you automatically think they're not quick, but Smudge can shift. Once he gets going, he's quick.
Really say Lynch was particularly fast either without the two centre halves. Leisner crossfield, looks like a peach of a pass. It's picked out Bidwell there, beautiful ball. Bidwell cuts in field, drops it short to Eze, central position. Tracked by Towell and Shemi Ajayi. Goes backwards. Cousins now, just outside the centre circle. Near side here is Furlong. Furlong rolls it down the line. Now offside Samuel, cutting in field. Goes backwards again. Cousins drops it to the right and Furlong. Back to halfway. Good pressing by Rotherham, but QPR maintaining possession. Lynch now, left of the centre circle, sends it on the left hand side. Eze in a kind of a free roll really, popping up on the left wing now, cutting in field, dropping it short. Leongo goes cross field, looking to get offside Sambi around the back of Matic. He can't control, goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, that was good patience that. We pressed to start with, and then we got our shape and just allowed them to try and force something, and in the end they got bored and tried to force it, and Joe Matic just saw it out. Good defending, good shape from us. I think we've come into the game a little bit now. It's opening up.
Just going back to the Wales call up then, who made the call? Did you get Ryan Giggs flash up on your phone? Or?
Yeah, it was actually. I got a voicemail just saying, yeah, hello, it's Ryan Giggs here, can you give me a ring? So that was a bit bizarre, having to ring him back, but no, it was great. He seemed like a really nice guy and made me feel at ease, so I'm looking forward to it now.
Big goal at the bottom there. Birmingham 0, Millwall 1. Here come the Millers. Viner with a cross into the area, into the near post, claimed by Joe Lumley, but Villa have gone 2-1 up on Nottingham Forest, and Norwich 2 up on Hull, as Osai Samuel has been clawed back there by Joe Matic. It will be a free kick here and probably a yellow card. And it doesn't take much, does it, in those situations? I mean, he only must have tapped him on the shoulder, but down he went, and the referee's reaching for a card, Will, folks.
Yeah, that's really disappointing, because that's Joe suspended now as well. That's disappointing. I don't think he's made much contact. He just put his arm on the back of his shoulder. And obviously for this game now as well, he looks a threat. I can't say his name, but he looks a threat. Samuel, we'll stick with Samuel. Yeah. He looks a bit of a threat, so Joe will have to be careful now not to get booked again, but that'll be a big loss to us. Obviously he's been outstanding this season and he's our only real left back.
Anyone buying the matchday programme on Saturday will see a big feature of Joe Matip being an almost ever present, and that I think was ruled him out for Saturday's game. So that was excellent. Just what we wanted. Norwich 2, Hull 0. I just told you about. Just seen the goal on the screen there. Miller's playing Norwich Saturday, of course.
Yeah, I think Joe only needed one more game as well. Needed to last one more game. I think the yellow card rules are very harsh when you play every week.
It's a free kick in a decent position for a cross here. Eze moves away from it, and it will be Freeman to deliver. Dangerous ball in, up go the heads, and don't know got the last touch. The referee says goal kick, but Freeman was calling for a corner. He's not going to get it, but that was a devilish ball into the penalty area.
Yeah, that was outstanding delivery. That reminded me of Oliver Norwood, but with the lad's left foot there, Freeman. That was a great delivery, and you could see Marek was tempted to come. It was one of them that teases the keeper out, but yeah, just see on the replay then, it's definitely a goal kick. I think it was possibly offside, which the referee would only have given had they scored.
Contact was by Hamed, former Brighton striker. There'll be sure plenty of goals between now and the end of the 90, but Millwall leading at Birmingham is probably not what Rotherham United want to see at the moment, but not going to be a twist and turns ahead, and the Millers have got an attacking free kick themselves now, midway through the Queen's Park Rangers half, right of centre.
Yeah, as you can see, the lads are sticking to the game plan, just slow it down a little bit, play for the set plays. Hopefully Newley gets a good delivery in here. He'll do well to match Freeman's delivery on the last one.
I mentioned the height. I mean, Richard Wood, Michael Yekwe, Shemi Ajayi, Michael Smith, Joe Matic, of course, good in the air as well.
Yeah, we've got good presence in there. Especially Woody's like a steamroll. He just tries to run through people, and that can open others up.
Newell with the free kick. And it goes flat, headed up towards the back post, and Eze can control it, and will bring it clear for QPR. So cool on the ball, isn't he? Under pressure from Yekwe, just spins, turns backwards, and the ball's eventually rolled back to the goalkeeper Joe Lumley.
Yeah, you can tell he's a player that can play it above this level. Very comfortable on the ball.
Wood wins it in the air. Bidwell heads it back over halfway. Ajayi meets it. Footing then by Tyner.
Great tackle from Zach there.
And goes back to the goalkeeper, Marek Roda. Keep you up to date with the Champions League games as well tonight. They're playing against Liverpool. A big game there, 0-0 at the moment.
Yeah, we could do with Birmingham doing us a bit of a favour there, couldn't we? Yeah, plenty of time left, but Millwall have started well, obviously.
Yeah. Of course, they're still in the FA Cup, Millwall, which might be interesting. They've got a game against Brighton. Could possibly win that one at home. Fixtures tend to pile up, don't they, when you have a cup run?
Yeah, all the best to them in the FA Cup. They can win as many games as they want in that. Well done, Shemi.
Tried to switch the play, it was blocked by Shemi Ajayi. QPR have a throw on the far side. Left full back position. We played 20 minutes, 0-0. Queen's Park Rangers and Rotherham United live on iFollow and Millers. As mentioned earlier, Rotherham hosting Norwich City on Saturday. Game that you can listen and watch with us.
It'd be nice to see us just getting a little bit further up the pitch now, start to threaten him behind them. We haven't got him behind them yet. I think they'll be aware that we'll want to do that, and they're playing a deep line.
It's like a foul there by Michael Yekwe, protests to the referee, but the official has given that one.
Yeah, I think he won the ball first there, and then kind of held on to him on the floor. He definitely won the ball to start with, that's why he's frustrated, but maybe held on to him for a little bit too long.
Good to have him back after his loan spell at Accrington. He's not put a foot wrong as yet since he's come back into the team.
No, he's been excellent. It just shows you, he wouldn't have thought probably after being at Accrington for 6 months that he'd come back and have any part this season, but he came back and he trained excellently, and the manager, to be fair to him, spotted it, and he's taken his chance with both hands and been brilliant. I think he's been one of the best players last few games.
Bidwell forward, don't know who he was looking for there. He's kicked it straight through to Roda. He grumbles from the home contingent.
Keep grumbling. I'll do us.
Quite a few empty seats around Loftus Road this evening. As Rodak sends it towards Michael Smith, continues his battle there with Leisner. Header forward by Ajayi, kicked up in the air by Cousins. Ajayi meets it once more. Smith battling forward. He's got the benefit of the 50-50 there, and he's found Shemi Ajayi, edge of the area, right-footed shot. He hit it well. It was a great block in the end. Rotherham throw on the far side.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that back, whether it hit the lad's hand, but it's a good block. It's a great block. Shemi's caught that sweet. When he catches them, they can fly, as we know. So just watching that on the replay then, and yeah, it does hit the top of his arm, but it's not a handball, I don't think. It's got a chance of going in. It doesn't hit him.
First opportunity for the Zach Viner long throw then here.
Yeah, I told him it better not be too long. He might not get back in the team. But it's a short run up, so he's going to have to do his best here. That's probably how he got done with that foul throw early on.
And it goes.
Great
towards the near post, headed away to the edge of the box. Taylor takes the touch, right footed, could have hit it, tried to cut inside. It was blocked. It comes back out to Viner though. Turns it back to halfway, and Matip out to this near side. Here's Ben Wiles showing for the ball. Looking to plod one down the line. The Ekwe back to Wiles, just beyond him though. He might keep it in. He does. Under pressure. Has to roll that one back to Rodak. As QPR reset. Rodak goes long to this near side. Should be comfortable for Furlong, who wins it in the air. Might break for Matip. Nods it down into the direction of Wiles. Matip once more. Here is Towell now on halfway. Now the skipper, Richard Wood.
Great pass.
Lovely ball into the feet of Wiles, who turns, drives forward, tried to disguise a little pass to the left there, and Newell, but didn't quite get it right. QPR have won it back.
Just trying to be a bit too clever there, Wiles. He's got a great shot on him as well. I wish he did hit them a little bit more often.
Wood stepping out now of defence, just overruns that though, and QPR will break here with Luongo into towards the edge of the area. Hamed gets a shot away, blocked by the back of Richie Towell. Then Eze with a strike. Decent hit, but straight into the midriff of Marek Rodak.
Yeah, good few blocks there. Woody was a little bit unfortunate, overran it in the middle of the pitch, but not a bad spell, but a bit more of an exciting game for a neutral. It's getting me a bit stressed.
Just started to open up last minute or so. Good flick on by Smith. Taylor was interested in that one, just slightly too heavy, and Lumley will make the claim. Bombs a quick one out. We've seen him do that already a couple of times. Headed away by Viner this time. Flicked on by Towell. Taylor back to goal. Just can't quite make it stick. And QPR have it back on halfway. We've played 24 minutes. QPR down the left.
Yeah, he's a threat, the goalie, just from his quick distribution. Gets him up the pitch quickly.
Foot in by Newell. QPR turn it to this near side though. There's room for Furlong, poor pass, but I thought he got through Wiles there. The pillar was in the way, but Wiles came away with the ball. QPR got it right though. On the regains of the last couple of minutes, and Furlong's into the area here, but Matip, sticking to his task, has won the ball back inside his penalty area, clears to the near side, attacking throw to Queen's Park Rangers.
Yeah, you're not working your way around Joe's backside, that's for sure. Whilst he did the hard bit there, he did the really hard bit, and then when it came to the slightly easy bit, he gave it away, but he's been brilliant so far. He's broke up the play really well.
Looks like another long throw here for Furlong as he backs into the crowd once again. Hurls this one in towards the near post. Leistner jumps for it, so do three of us in yellow, and the loose ball is snaffled by Rodak. Just for a couple of minutes there, the game just opened up at either end. I think what we failed to discuss, because the ball never went out of play, but what a pass that was, by the way, into Wiles by Richard Wood. Probably not renowned for his passing ability.
Yeah, it was a great pass, yeah. And Wiles is good on the half turn there as well. I just thought he could have taken that a little bit further and maybe got a shot off, because he has got a really good shot on him, Wiles, off both feet. So
it looks like there's a free kick here.
Yeah, it looks like a free kick, yeah. Good, dangerous position for us.
Joe Newell it was who was bundled over. And this is probably the best position Rotherham have had, really, in terms of a crossing position.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ben Wiles here just come to the edge of the box. Possibly play him for a first-time shot or a touch and a shot, because they won't be expecting that. You see he's free a little bit.
So you've had a bit of joy from this kind of area, just lurking on the edge of the area in the past.
Yeah, I like to kind of hang out there. It's just whether they'll ever pass me the ball because they know I'm going to take a touch and shoot. But no, this is a good position for us. Newley's quality here. I think he's going to just deliver it and let the boys go and attack it.
For those listening, it's a couple of yards outside of the left channel of the penalty area, and Newell left-footed, he stood over it. Really good position. And the usual protagonists are up from the back here for Rotherham United. So Newell to take this one for the Millers. Right arm aloft, left footed, towards the back post, and it goes, flicked away by Leicester. The referee spotted something there, it's a shame, so that was going behind for a corner. It's a free kick instead to QPR.
Yeah, you could see that. I think Smudge was just trying to fight with him a little bit too much, and the referee had a good view of it. Like to see Newley just go for it a little bit more. When he goes for it, that's when he's at his best. It doesn't matter if it goes out the back or whatever, but that was a little bit safe.
You can tell we're at a former Premier League ground because there's not many where we go to when the TVs are suspended from the ceiling when you get a nice replay, but we do have the benefit of that here at Loftus Road. Nyongo spreading the play here to the left hand side. I think it's offside. Samuel has gone switched out there and goes across. That was a really difficult one to defend, and almost on his knees there. Matic did really well stooping to flick it clear, and it's a throw on this near side for Queen's Park Rangers. Yeah,
great position from Joe Matic there. Perfect from the left back inside his post. Deals with it well because it was a great ball in. Marek could never come for that.
So the wingers are interchangeable for QPR. We're going to see another long throw here. Furlong trying the ball with his shirt. And it goes, looping into the near post. It's headed up in the air by Ajayi. Wiles gets a good leap and heads it further clear to the edge of the box. Back into the mix it goes again. Away by the Millers once more, edge of the area. Offside Samuel to Eze, angle of the penalty area. Cuts in field, wants to wind up a shot. Dummies once more. Quite sure what he wants to do here. Plays it back to the wide area, and offside Samuel running at Viner. Still with him. Edge of the box again, this time it's Lyongo. Tries to thread a ball through, cut out, and then cleared by Viner over the top, and Leicester heads it back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, good patient defending there from the lads, just letting Eze do what he wants, the chop. He was never going anywhere. And Zach won it in the end to see that through. Michael, well done. That's twice now they've kicked through the back.
Yeah, Lumley kicking too long there. Well, we've been sat here for 28 minutes and you've just been recognised for the first time, so that's nice.
Yeah, blimey mate Paul David. See him every week.
Here comes QPR over halfway. Attempts of a tackle there by Towell. The referee's played an advantage, and QPR have not used it to the fullness of what they could have done, and Newell wins it back. Caught late. This time the referee does blow. Right in front of the dugout there.
Yeah, I think I'd have got sent off for that.
Yeah, it was late, wasn't it? Certainly Newell had gone.
Yeah, you could see what Richie was trying to do as well there. He was just trying to take the foul and stop the counter attack because they are quick on the counter. Something we need to be aware of with the goalie because he's got a massive kick.
Richie Barker just feeding some instructions into Ben Wiles there. Furlong was cautioned, I think, there for the challenge.
Yeah, it looked a little bit nasty actually. It was a little bit late. Just seeing it there. Oh no, it's not too bad, but it's not dissimilar from my red card.
Well, he did leave the ground for a period there.
I'll stop talking about it at some point, honestly.
I thought you got over it already.
No, quite.
Matic will take the free kick, left-footed. He launched this one towards the edge of the penalty area. The keeper thought about coming, stayed, cleared to the edge of the box, almost fell for Iekwe, went down, but then got straight back up again. May have been a high boot, but no real complaints on the field. And it's headed out of play for QPR through on the far side.
Yeah, I just think the referee is going to give Smudges one early on for fighting with the lad. It looked very similar there. That the lad had his arm right over the back of Michael Smith. I think you don't mind referees; they're just going to be consistent. Just try and be, give them both the same the other way for both teams. Sorry.
Just inside the Rotherham United half, this throw in for QPR. 0-0, past the half-hour mark now. No real clear-cut opportunities. The chance for Hemed, which was saved by Rodak's feet, is the only one I can really think of. But Rotherham have been pretty comfortable aside from that so far, so I think Paul will be pretty happy. Very much in this game. And Leicester has it deep inside his own half for the home team. Flips one forward, that should be comfortable for Wood. Gives it to Matic, back to Wood again. Turns and spins it back to Rodak. He clears up to halfway, one in the air by QPR, straight into the chest of Richard Wood, who plays a good ball into Newell. On the overlap is Matic, on the yellow card, clips it in field to Smith, back to goal, lovely ball onto Towell, chests it down, bit of room, but he couldn't quite get it out of his feet. That's a good pass away though to Taylor with the cross to the back post. Smith coming round the back, heads it into the mix, away by Leicester. Smith might get it again, nods it to the edge of the area. This is Matic, left-footed cross, plenty of whip on that, and headed behind. Rotherham United corner their first of the evening.
Yeah, some great play there. I think once we settle down and get the ball down, we can play. And the pitch is quite open the way they play. Richie Towell there on the turn. I thought he was going to hit it for 1 minute, but it was the right decision to get it out to Tails. Great ball in from him. And then it's nice to see us recycle the play and keep the pressure on. Great ball from Joe Mattock.
Good little spell here for Rotherham. And it's Newell who's gone away to the far side to take the corner. I know you worked really hard on the corner routines and the set plays.
Yeah, we do a lot of work on this, and we weren't happy with the ones at Sheffield United, so we've done even more work this week. So it'd be nice to see us reap the rewards.
And it goes from Newell. Wood has sprinted round the back, jumps. He's beaten in the air, but he almost came off there. It's going to be a Rotherham throw near side.
Yeah, we'll see what Newell's got now, because he's been bigging himself up all week with a long throw, so we'll see what he's got.
Well, I'll never forget Joe Newell's Rotherham United debut. He did actually play left full-back.
I know.
I would have liked to have
seen that. I would have liked to have seen that.
It was a 4-1 defeat to MK Dons. Now, if I remember right, they revealed the back four that day shortly after this attempt of a long throw from Joe Newell. Get himself as much run up as he can, and he's thrown it short to Wiles. Wiles, in goes across,
what
great looking ball, headed away with Wood coming in on that one, and maybe a counter attack on for QPR. Eze up to halfway, good challenge by Zach Viner, breaks for Eze, but Rotherham have got shirts coming back. Viner stayed down after the challenge. Eze forward to the left hand side, QPR sending bodies forward, in goes the cross, up go the heads, and it's cleared away, not quite sure at the last touch. Still alive for QPR, another cross into the mix, away by Ekwe this time. Viner's still down, Taylor clears, Smith gets to the far side, the referee has stopped play and is ordering on the physio now.
Yeah, we need to be careful of them on the counter. They're cheating a lot. You know, the ball was basically in their box and they had 4 on the halfway line there. That's something we've got to be aware of. And to be honest, I don't mind QPR playing on there. I think I'd have done the same thing. It didn't look too nasty on Zach from here, but defended it well.
Yeah, we didn't quite get the long throw, did we, from Joe Newell? I was getting excited.
No, I was too.
So Viner's just getting some treatment. Middlesbrough 1, Preston 0. Yeah, just going back to that back four. Last time Joe Newell played at left full back. And bear in mind, A.D. White, who was normally a defender, played in front of him on the left hand side. And I think it was Greg Halford and Tom Thorpe, the centre halves. No, it was Greg Halford, the right back, Tom Thorpe and Danny Collins, the centre halves. Right. Joe Newell left back, and Keller Roos was the goalkeeper.
No comment.
That was the opening day back five. A year before your arrival, I think.
Yeah, didn't get much better here after dinner.
It was a slow burner, wasn't it?
It was a little bit of a slow burner.
It's come all right in the end.
Yeah. Zach did well there, to be fair. He was strong in the tackle. He must have got caught, but he did well to slow that down there.
Millwall gone 2 up on Birmingham.
Yeah, that's a shame. Plenty of football left, but yeah, that's a shame. I suppose the Derby defeat took a bit out of Birmingham because they've been doing well.
When the goals are going in around the country, do you get to hear about them on the pitch? I mean, do you still get the odd fan shout you some scores, or do you get to hear about them at half-time in the dressing room? Do they affect you at all?
Very rarely, only if it's at a massive stage, you know, if it's the last game of the season or second to last game or something, but so far this season I haven't noticed. I think a cheer went up at one point a couple of games ago, didn't it, or something?
It was the Blackburn game, wasn't it? I think Reading Ipswich was a goal there. West Brom 1, Swansea 0, just seen as well.
Still 30 points to play for, isn't there? So
yeah,
plenty of time.
Well, out of play near side. Viner looks okay after the knock, and QPR have a throw in the right full-back position. Still 0-0. We've played just over 35 minutes here at Loftus Road. Matt Young and Will Vokes with you on I Follow Millers as Ajayi heads forward. Smith will give chase, won't get there. Goal kick to QPR. Manager will be pretty pleased so far.
Yeah, I think so, especially with it being an away game. Obviously they've had a couple of chances with the flick on. Marek made a great save. It'd be nice to see us just test the keeper a little bit. We haven't had a clear header from a set piece yet, which he won't be happy about.
Jai flicks on, partial clearance by Viner, hooked over halfway by Richie Towell.
I think we just need to get up the pitch a little bit. The gaps between the midfield and the back four are getting a little bit big. Game's becoming stretched.
Matic clears. I mean, who generally has a responsibility of getting closest to Michael Smith out of those in midfield?
Once the ball goes up, the wingers have got to go beyond nearly every time, especially when goal kicks. They've got to go beyond. One midfielder be around it. Yeah, the other two just short in case it drops short. I think we just need to get a little bit closer to him.
Ball sent into the right channel, and Samuel got there, puts the cross in, but it's too deep. And Viner clears on the far side, flicked on by Taylor up to halfway. Smith there, can't quite get there, and Lynch returns it, headed away by Joe Matter. Towel underneath it, beaten in the air, comes down though nicely for Ajayi. Prods it forward to Smith. Lovely little touch
Great
back
play.
to Ajayi, who continues his run. Looks for Smith once more. Can he get it wide? He just couldn't quite get into control. The pass was just a tad behind him there, and he wanted to get Taylor in down the right-hand side. Leiston with a header forward for Queen's Park Rangers, met by Richie Towell, chested down by Furlong, almost overran it there with Wiles ready to nip in, but gets away with it. QPR clear over halfway, turned over by Matter, flicked on by Wiles, taken on his chest by Leiston, then smashed over halfway once more to the groans of the Queen's Park Rangers supporters, and Yeko heads it back to Marek Roda.
Yeah, I think we're actually at our best. Quite often we're at our best when the game's a bit scrappy and we're running in behind, but at the moment it's been in the controlled possession where we've looked our best. Shemi just wrong-footed Smudge a little bit there. He was unfortunate not to get it, but yeah, I think we need to just maybe relax a little bit on the ball if we can, and when we play we look good.
Wiles for Rotherham, forward it goes onto the chest of Smith, lays it off, almost got Newell in there, just hit him rather than him trying to get it under control though. Forward by Matter, Smith underneath it, cushion header to Wiles, back to Joe Matter, just inside the QPR half, works it in field, and then turns back to the near side on Wiles. Wiles on the charge for Rotherham United. 30 yards from goal. He's got an overlap if he wants to use it in Joe Newell. Here is Newell, left-footed, and goes across into the near post. One bounce and skips through into the mid-drift of the goalkeeper. And here's that quick counter. It's like his Bonda clearance out to Eze very quickly there. Goes under the challenge of Shemi Ajayi, and the referee has given a free kick. I suppose the good thing is that Shemi Ajayi did stop the counter-attack at source there with the threat of Eze. Once he'd got away from Shemi Ajayi, there was a lot of space to run into there.
Yeah, it's hard to get away from Shemi though. His legs are so long. He eats up ground quickly, so he's done well there really.
There's another one who'll be on international duty over the next week or so. Into the right channel. Here is Osai Samuel. you can answer the question of that in a second. Here he goes to the left-hand side. And QPR have it with Eze. Again, it just popped up on the left, not for the first time this evening. Challenge comes in by Zach Viner, and then he runs it up to halfway. Short to Wiles, just has to let it run across his body there to keep possession, and does well. Hiakwe to Wood. Short ball to Ben Wiles. Into the centre circle. Plays it into Michael Smith. Back to goal on this near side. Drops it short to Matic. Rotherham enjoying a good little spell of possession here. Smith from Matic, infield to Newell. Left-footed, lifted over the top, lovely ball, and Wiles it in here on the angle, just overran it. The flag's up anyway for offside. But that was really good play by the Millers, who were very patient in the build-up, and a great run by Wiles, just offside.
Yeah, it just shows you can play when we want to, and that was nice. Good patience, came back out, went in the other way. Wiles, he was instrumental in that at the start, and then obviously trying to get on it at the end. Good play.
So how do you pronounce your second name then?
It's like you don't know it yet after 2 years. It's like Vaux. Yeah.
Vaux sounds better though, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's not. It's Vaux.
I don't know if your family can agree with that. It's not your dad's side, is it? With the Welsh connection, is it your mum's side?
No, it's my mum's side. I think you can pronounce that one. Edwards. He's managed with that.
Here's Furlong down the right-hand side here for Queen's Park Rangers. Gets in the cross into the near post. Partially cleared, still alive in the penalty area. Matic did really well there on the second ball just to get his head in the way. And Rotherham clear out of the penalty area through Richie Towell on the near side. Eze down the right-hand side. Stopped here by Joe Newell. Scrapping for possession with Eze in a part of the pitch I can't see. Eze is who comes away with the ball. Clip forward by Leongo. Chase one for Freeman. Wood got the last touch, but kept it in.
Brilliant play.
Clears downfield onto the chest of Smith. Smith keeps it in. That's a good challenge by Leongo. Shields the ball well. Gives it to Leisner. And QPR now have it with Lynch inside their own half. Joel Lynch, left-footed, cross-field. Up go the heads. Flicked on. Should be seen out by Ekwe. Does a decent job, I thought, there, but it didn't quite run in the end. He's got the throw on the far side. Last touch off a QPR jersey. Liverpool one up on Bayern Munich.
Who's that? Mane?
You've got good eyesight. I can't see
yeah,
that.
I think it is. Sadio Mane.
And I know you're from that neck of the woods, but your boyhood team's Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's where my dad brought me up supporting. Great work from Tails there. We need to just get us up a little bit more and get with him.
Woodhead's clear. Forward by Furlong. Brought down by Ajayi. He's lost it though in the centre circle. Leongo, I think, trod on the ball there, and the referee says play on. Saw it like we did. And Ajayi sprints over halfway down the right hand side. Smith is peeled wide now. Smith round his man, goes down. That's a free kick, maybe even a caution perhaps there, Will.
Yeah, Shemi did well there, giving the ball away and then winning it straight back, and had the calmness. It's not as easy as you think. Once you give it away, you want to try and rectify it straight away, but he had calmness, and yeah, Smudge peeled wide, and he's got good feet, Smudge, for a big lad, and as you see there, he's been booked, so it's nice to have the full-backs booked. You can get at him a little bit more, hopefully get John running at him with pace and take him on.
Yeah, that's Furlong and Bidwell in the book now for Queen's Park Rangers. Natgas in yellow as well for the Millers. And what are we now? 2.5 minutes until the break, and Rotherham have an attacking free kick. It's tight to the touchline on the far side. Newell, hands on hips, will deliver it with an in-swinger. And the usual suspects have come forward from the back. So late in the half, a chance here for Rotherham United maybe. Cluster of bodies stood around the penalty spot area. Here it comes from Joe Newell into the near post. Good header clear again. Back in by John Taylor. QPR clear a second time. Eze then brings it down on his chest. Lays it to the near side. Good challenge coming in by Michael Ekwe. QPR have a throw in, but so far the home side, you'd say, have defended pretty well on the set plays.
Yeah, they have. The two centre-halves are big and aggressive. Newell's put some good balls in. Likes to just get a little bit further in the box if he can, but he was right out on the touchline there, so it's a tough skill.
Throw up towards halfway. And that was Hemed whose control let him down. Rotherham have it back with a throw in right in front of the visitors' dugout here at Loftus Road. Great traditional stadium, tight ground, not a lot of room between the front row of the stands and the edge of the pitch.
No, I can imagine a very good atmosphere when it's full.
Always talk, isn't there, about them moving away from Loftus Road. It'd be a great shame if that ever happened, I feel.
Yeah, I don't see why you would if you don't feel it every week. It's a great little stadium.
We'll certainly not feel it tonight anyway. So that's minute of the half. Still 0-0. Jai heads up in the air in an advanced position, and Wiles just slices a ball, attempted pass down the line into the stand. It will be a throw into QPR. Last 30 seconds plus stoppage time. Might see a couple of minutes, 1 or 2 stoppages of play. Thinking notably the one with Viner around 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a scrappy first half, hasn't it? It's been quite scrappy, but we'll take it. Take it. We always come good second half as well with the fitness levels. I'd like to see us get at that back four, especially the two centre halves. Second half when they start to fatigue a little bit.
1 minute added on. Yeah, chances at a premium, but nothing between the two sides, I'd say, at the moment. Just a one opportunity for Hemed, which was saved by Marek Rodak. Matic throw over halfway. Newell chased it away by Leisner. Come by Eze. Wants the return. Matic will cover this off.
Joe Matic's been outstanding first half, not put a foot wrong, been unfortunate to be booked. He's won everything.
That's it. Got to be careful, as in one showing a yellow card, especially as a full-back.
Yeah, and he likes to tackle as well.
Seen a few examples of that over the years.
Yeah, we are. He's experienced enough, then we'll be fine.
Rodak aims it towards Smith. It's actually Newell running beyond him, who's controlled it. Gets in the cross, which is blocked. Took a great first touch there, Joe Newell. Might get another chance here. Gets it from Matic and goes the cross. Leisner stretches the neck muscles to head it clear. Wiles brings it down away from his man, hits it right-footed, well wide of the near post, and that is the last action of the first half here at Loftus Road. It's Queen's Park Rangers 0, Rotherham United 2. One or two dissenting grumbles from the home supporters. Not a lot in terms of chances. Tomer Hemed probably had the best opportunity of the first half. His shot saved well by the legs of Welcome back to Loftus Road. Queen's Park Rangers versus Rotherham United live on I Follow Millers. 0-0 at the break. Matt Young and Will Vokes with you.
No, man,
come on. Will
walks, like walks. Just think walks. You'll get there in the end, mate.
We should have really put that out at the start when you signed 3 years ago, but it's probably gone too far now.
A little bit.
No changes anyway, I don't think, at the start of the second half. We'll run you through the two sides in full. Well, I've just seen Bayern 1, Liverpool 1 in the Champions League, the latest score. Dave Webb's your referee, and we're almost ready to go once more. Just having the attendance passed to me here in the press box. 10,854, and hats off to the 321 who've made a pretty long journey on a Wednesday night from South Yorkshire to be with us here.
Yeah, we were just saying before, weren't we, like, for an away game to come all that way, it's miles away, and they won't get back till early in the morning. You appreciate it a bit more, if I'm honest, when you're sat here and you know what's ahead. When you're on the pitch, you're not thinking so much, but yeah, it's a long way.
So we're back underway here at Loftus Road. Rotherham are kicking from left to right in their third strip. Yellow shirts with light blue trim, light blue shorts, light blue socks, kicking toward the 321 in the upper tier to the right of our commentary position. QPR, as normal, their traditional blue and white hoop shirts, blue shorts, blue socks. Early chance here for a long throw, and Joe Newell finally gets his opportunity maybe here, Will, to hurl one into the box.
Yeah, come on, Newell, shows what you got.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Flicked on by Richard Wood, headed away. QPR see off the ball into the area once more. Yekwe in the centre circle turns it forward to the edge of the box, headed up in the air. Bit of hesitation there. It almost came for Michael Smith, who was shaping to shoot from the angle of the penalty area, but Liongo will bring it clear for the home team. Just to clear up in the first half, I persistently kept saying Furlong had been booked for QPR. He hasn't. The graphic that was shown in front of me was lying.
One job, Matt.
Yeah. Very apt name for Darnell Furlong, considering it's his Cheltenham week. And of course, footballers don't gamble on horses, do they, at all, as we know, as Ajay heads forward. Here is Joe Newell, clips on into the left channel. Michael Smith chases after this, level the edge of the penalty area. Leisner just tries to get a foot in there, but he plays it back instead for Matic. 15 yards inside the QPR half. There's a lovely ball into Wiles, takes it on the half turn, back wide it goes. Chance to cross it maybe for the Millers. Smith puts it into the near post, swept away by Leisner, and Wood going up for the ball goes down and gets the free kick. The referee just likes to let it run, doesn't he? An extra few seconds before blowing.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times. Be nice to see Smudge try and stay in the middle of the pitch if he can, but playing in a team like ours, he has to work so hard going down the channels. So sometimes he finds himself out there, which isn't his fault. He's asked to do that. But once he's out there, it'd be nice to see him get in the box. Because when you look and you've only got, Tails and Richie, it's not someone who's going to leap above.
Miller's line-up, Rodak in goal, Viner, Yekwe, Wood and Matic across the back. The sitting midfielder is Ajayi, Taylor Towell Wiles and Newell in midfield and Smith up top. Here goes a free kick into the near post, flicked on, and chance in the 6-yard area. It wouldn't sit for Richie Towell. It was a clearance in the 6-yard box, but the first opportunity really was probably for Michael Iekwe in there.
Yeah, it was a great ball and header across from Woody. Won his 1v1 at the back, and then I don't think Icky could just sort his feet out. It was slightly behind him, but it was a good opportunity there. And that's a great start to the half, 2 minutes in and we're already putting a bit of pressure on, and Newlier's got a long throw, shall we call it.
Level the edge of the area, and it goes from Joe Newell. Go the heads, Iekwe's flicked on again. It might run here for Smith, prods it out the box for Taylor. Taylor can run here. Taylor left-footed gets a shot away, blocked, header back into the mix to the edge of the area. Ajayi tussling for it, and QPR eventually clear through Joel Lynch. We'll run you through the QPR side shortly. Returned by Viner, controlled by Iekwe, who stayed up there for Rotherham United. Newell screaming for it on the far side, gets it, plays it back now for Wiles. Down the line, Mike Iekwe playing as a winger almost. In goes a deep cross towards the back post. Mudger wins it in the air, comes down towards Ajayi, footed and cleared by QPR over halfway. A positive start by Rotherham United in the second half. Osai Samuel has kept it in though, and there's a counter on here for Queen's Park Rangers. Gets beyond Viner into the penalty area. Osai Samuel at the byline tries to turn the ball into the near post. It's blocked by Richie Towell. It's behind. It's a corner kick to Queen's Park Rangers.
Yeah, he's a threat. He's very quick because Zach is rapid, and he's managed to just get past that there. But it's a good start from us there. Like I said though before, it's the counter attack. They do look dangerous on the counter attack. But that's a good bit of pressure from us. I'm sure the lads will take heart from that.
Second corner of the evening for QPR. 49 minutes just passed. Good start to the second half by the Millers, but the defending here now. Getting into an area where I can't quite see over the supporters. It's going to be an outswinging corner for Queen's Park Rangers. I believe it's Freeman down there, and it goes. Go the heads, it's cleared by Joe Newell. Bidwell gets his head to the loose ball. Now Wiles heads away for Rotherham, just hits the back there of Osai Samuel and breaks for Freeman, who's been very quiet in the first half. Now Newell tries to drive forward, he goes down, free kick.
The referee's done well there because he tried to make the most of that Shemi tackle there. He hardly touched him, and then Newley gets his body in well. He's good at that, uses his body well and buys the foul.
I think Lynch wanted a free kick himself there, but the referee wasn't interested. The QPR side then, Lumley is the goalkeeper. The back four is Furlong, Lynch, Leisner and Bidwell. Midfield of Osai Samuel, Luongo, Cousins and Freeman. And Eze kind of got a free roll really. He's popping up all over the place, just in behind Toe Mohamed. And we've seen the wingers swap over a couple of times as well for QPR in the first half.
Yeah, it can be quite effective that, because the full-backs have to constantly change what they're doing, and the mind games don't work as well.
Rodek sends the ball forward, just over the head of Smith. Leisner heads clear. Pretty effective in the air. Doesn't look as comfortable on the ground, Tony Leisner. Rather than win a throw on the far side.
He's a big unit, isn't he?
So he gets his head on most things. He's not the tallest, is he? But he positions himself well. Joe Newell's fancying another long throw here. This one's a bit further away though.
I think he's getting a bit excited now.
Richard Wood wasn't sure whether to go up or not there, and he has done in the end. And it goes from Joe Newell, cleared away. Wiles here brings it down, turns it back to that far side as we look, and Newell in goes the cross. Great ball looking for Richard Wood. That's Leisner again with a header away. Returned by Ajayi into the arms of Lumley. We were just talking about Tony Leisner, how good he is positioned. He had to be spot on there.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Collins for Ipswich when we played them. Seemed to have a bit of a magnet on his head at the moment. I think if we miss him out, we can cause some problems, but it's a good start.
And Paul won't be pleased with the way the Millers have come out in this second half. 0-0, 51.5 minutes. Ball into the channel for QPR. Not to the lines and knows which way to give this, and he's given it to QPR.
Good guess.
And it's going to be what? Level the edge of the area, this throw in here, so an attacking throw for the home team. 0-0. It's gone short. Maybe a chance down the right to put a ball into the box, low into the near post. Easy for Wood though. Clears away for Rotherham United. Header back into the mix. Iekwe jumps just over his head. It might break for Eze on the volley. Didn't quite get it right under good pressure by two in yellow for Rotherham, and it's wide of the near post. Harmlessly, and it's a goal kick to the Millers.
Yeah, I think thankfully that was on his weak foot. He's looked sharp so far today, but that was a tough chance for him. Zach put good pressure on him.
Bench tonight, incidentally, for Rotherham: Lewis Price, Anthony Ford, Matty Palmer, Matt Crooks, Jerry Yates, Ryan Williams and Billy Jones.
We've got some good attacking options there. 2 wingers, Willow can play in the 10, Crooksy, obviously Jerry up top.
Clear downfield, and Smith thinks is adjudged to a foul. The lynch there by the referee. Free kick. There's Lewis Price on the bench as well. I'm sure you'll have had a conversation. Fellow Welshman, Lewis Price, of course. He's got a few caps for Wales, a few years ago now, but
yeah, he hasn't shut up about it. No, Price is a good one. He's good to talk to. He's been in the game a long time, knows his stuff.
Had a clearance by Iekwe, and Newell sends one into the channel looking for Smith, trying to take it on the run up against Leisner. Deflects away out to the far side, and it will be a throw to Queen's Park Rangers, right full back position.
I think it's them that's actually going a little bit more direct than us. They seem to want to get the ball up quick.
Yeah, it's interestingly poised, this one, at the start of the second half.
William from Ben Wiles again, great
lovely
feet.
Turn down the left hand side, and his money side of throw in. Just getting better and better, isn't he, with every game, Ben Wiles.
Yeah, he's got that arrogance that's good. You know, he believes in himself, he knows he can play at this level, and he's proven it so far. It's been excellent.
Smith coming deep to pick up the ball, trying to thread a ball through. It was blocked, and QPR will bring it clear. Eze into Freeman. Freeman stopped by Viner. Ball runs away to the near side. Viner can't quite keep it in, can he?
No, it's gone.
Quick throw. Bridwell. Forward it goes. What's the return from Freeman? Freeman's going himself, puts in a lovely ball, and that's well defended by Richard Wood under pressure. QPR will come again with Bidwell down the left hand side, heading to the byline, tracked by Richie Towell. Flags up on the far side. Did Towell put that out for a corner? The referee, the linesman says corner.
No, he's a long way away to see that, but give him the benefit of the doubt. Woody's done well then, because there was a lot of pressure on him in the middle of the box. If the striker gets a touch on that, Marek hasn't got a chance. So good defending from Woody.
Yeah, corner which Freeman will take on the near side. Outswinger again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and go short again, to be honest here. Or work a block round the back.
And it goes towards the back post. Leicester with the header. Might stay in play at the byline. Keeper rescued it there. Back it is with Freeman. Chance to cross again. Dummies. Cups in goes the cross on his weaker foot. Dealt with by Viner. And then a bit of confusion. And it's allowed Wiles to nip in here. Maybe a counter-attack on for Rotherham United. Challenge comes in. It's a good recovery challenge by Osai Samuel. He had to get it right, because Wiles could have been clear there. And then Eze's lost it to Matic. An equally good challenge. And Newell just inside his own half. Here come the Millers. Ball left by Smith for Taylor. Taylor shoots from a long way out. Claimed by the goalkeeper. Is on target. Comfortable save in the end.
Yeah, some good play. Just got stuck a little bit under Wiles' feet there. If he could get it out, then John was 1v1, and with his pace you never know, but he was a bit unfortunate. Just got stuck, I think, under his feet.
Had some good goals this season. I think you're probably going to be in the nominations for goal of the season again. Did you get it last year? For the
no,
Richie Towell got it,
the team goal, Richie's one, got it, yeah. I don't think I need to score a couple of more to have a chance, because I think Shemi's was the best so far. That was a wonderful goal. Yeah. Bit of build-up play as well to it.
Yeah, the one against Leeds certainly sticks
Leeds
out at the moment. I remember that one he scored against Scunthorpe last season. That would have won it in most goal of the year compilations. QPR took a quick throw on the near side. Bidwell with a cross towards the back post. Flicked away by Matic. Rangers lift it back into the penalty area. Comfortable for Michael Iekwe to head clear. Forward it goes again, back to the edge of the area. Won by Viner. Freeman picks up the second ball, gets the pass away to Bidwell, chance to cross, and it goes to the far stick. Matic wasn't sure what was behind him, and that was a lovely header back to the goalkeeper. Cool as you like from Joe Matic.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that there, if I'm honest, but that was great play from Joe. As I say, I don't think he's put a foot wrong. He's been outstanding tonight. And to have that composure there, as opposed to just flicking it round for another corner.
It's the natural thing to do when you're not sure if there's someone behind you, isn't it? But obviously either got a shout or was comfortable enough to know. Had time there. Rodak is searching here, I think, for Smith. I don't know if the ball just got held up in the wind there.
Yeah, I think it's windy out there.
Cleared away by Furlong now. Controlled by Hamed, centre circle. Freeman having a lot more of the ball second half. Turns it long, but that's poor. One bounce through to Rodite. 57.5 minutes gone. And it's still 0-0 here at Loftus Road. I follow Miller's, Matt Young and Will Vaux's review.
Well done,
Getting
Matt.
better. Yeah.
Well done.
I didn't want to say it in the second half. I guess I got it wrong, but I backed myself there. As Rodite clears. It's come off of Smith last. You probably hear the wind whipping across our microphones here, right at the back of the stand. Elevated position. QPR throw midway through their own half.
Yeah, they've just settled it down a little bit now, haven't they, after our good start? They're just starting to get a little bit more into the game, but I still say we started the better team. We look more dangerous.
Ball didn't run out of play. Michael Yekwe decides to roll it back to Rodak. He clears. Targeted Smith. Again, I think he just held up in the wind. QPR head over halfway, met by a wood, chested down by Smith. Wiles first time. He's looking for Joe Newell there. Slightly overhit, but I think Joe Newell kind of puts his thumb up and sees the intent there from Wiles.
Yeah, I think
it was good.
Just a little bit of cross lines there. I think Marek, if he can as well, needs to bring the ball a little bit further up the pitch when he's got time, because he's obviously into a bit of a strong wind because he's not quite reaching Smudge at the moment.
Forward on halfway by Rotherham, turned by Cousins. This is Freeman popping up on the right as we look now. Furlong carries the ball forward and gives it away to Richie Towell. Newell tries to get one towards Smith, blocked, sent towards Smith then by Matic. Runs away from him though. Who's going to get the throw there? The Lions give it to Rotherham this time. Again, I'm not sure he knew what to give.
No, I think he just evened that up from before. Looked like their throw from here. You can usually tell by the players' reactions. 9 times out of 10 the players are right.
Quick throw, back it goes to Richard Wood, 0-0. Just coming up to the hour mark. Viner on the near side as we look. Sends it into the right channel, the Rotherham right that is, and Ben Wiles with a step over there. I think he actually tricked himself there, and QPR will bring it away with Leongo. Given away though by Cousins. Johnny onto it quickly, little back heel for Newell. Newell up against 2 in blue and white. Just couldn't get away from his man. That was Leongo doing the dirty work for QPR. Set Eze free down the left hand side. Newell getting back though to Harry Eze, to his credit. But great feet from the QPR number 10. Just dances around him, plays it to the right hand side. Lots of room out there for Furlong to pick out a cross. In it goes. Header clear by Michael Yekwe. Back in by Furlong. Yekwe heads clear once more. And then very cool again. This time Shemi Ajayi on the edge of his own penalty area. Just nods it back to Marek Rodak.
Yeah, he's done well there, Shemi. I think that's a shame that that kind of broke down there, because it looked like we were in a little bit if Newley could get it out. I think there was a bit of miscommunication between him and Wilesy, who was going to go and take that ball. And I like to see Wilesy go and express himself in the corner. Then he got it stuck under his feet, but he's got that ability, and you can't take that out of players. He's got to keep trying, keep getting at them, be positive.
Wiles on the far side this time. Again, a little shimmy there, trying to get away from his man. Matic takes over, fires in a pass into the direction of Smith. Leicester steps out though and is driving this one forward for Queen's Park Rangers, and set Furlong in down the right hand side. So it's offside Samuel and gets the shot away, and he smashes it well over the bar. That was probably the first half chance of the second half for offside Samuel there, and it was just caught by the speed there of the centre half of all people.
Yeah, that was a bit like the first half, watching Woody run out with it. You don't expect the two centre halves to do that, but it's good play from them. They got the ball wide and we did well. We don't let them inside. That's one of the things we work on. Don't let them inside and force the shot and trust Marek to make a save, which he didn't have to do. There.
Wasn't that close in the end really. 61.5 minutes played. Smith jumps, middle of a Queen's Park Rangers sandwich there. It's out of play for a Rotherham throw in. And Smith's just taking a bit of a bang there. So there's going to be a slight break in play. Doesn't half take a bit of treatment from the opposition, Michael Smith, in games.
Yeah, he does, and because he's such an honest lad and a big lad who likes to have a scrap up top, he often doesn't get the fouls that he deserves. A lot of strikers would go down every time. But he's an honest lad, and he likes to play football the right way as opposed to throwing himself all over the floor.
Just seen Wendy knocking the one in for Norwich, beating Hull 3-1. Norwich to come, of course, on Saturday. Finers throw in. Taylor will chase. Hooked over his shoulder by Bidwell. Looks like it's gone out of play.
There might be a chance for Zach here to have a go. He has definitely got a long throw, Zach. Like to see someone just come into this front area though, just so they can flick it on into the middle of the goal, because he's not going to reach the middle of the goal from there.
Just going to delay the throw because the first substitution of the evening is happening now, and Matt Crooks is coming on for Richie Towell. And it's been a promising start to his Rotherham United career for Matt Crooks, although competition is so fierce in the middle of the park. He's found himself on the bench in recent weeks, but a good opportunity for him there.
Yeah, I think he's affected every game he's come on. He's been unlucky not to get the game time, but hopefully he can have an effect here. He's a big lad, he's hard to take the ball off, he uses his body well, and he's got tidy feet, so he's got a good little half an hour now to affect the game.
Launched in by Viner. Yakwe and Wood both go for it. It's loose in the area, could have gone anywhere, and he's stabbed away by Leisner. This is Matic returning it to the far side. Looking for Wiles, headed partially clear by Furlong, and he hammers it into the stand on the second turn. I think he hit the stand, in fact, and it will be a throw on the far side.
Yeah, Newley's turn now. We do still look dangerous from them now. I think won the first ball there. We're lucky not to get on the second ball. Icky and Woody are causing havoc in the middle. Nice to see one just fall to Smudge here to tap in.
Nottingham Forest 1, Aston Villa 3. In comes a long throw, up go the heads, flicked on off a QPR jersey, and it bobbles nicely for Joe Lumley, who wants to get on with things. You saw that a lot in the first half. Doesn't go long this time, he rolls it out to the near side, and Jake Bidwell already up to halfway. Infield and Eze 0-0 here. 64 minutes have been played at Loftus Road. Leisner clips it to the near side. Viner well positioned, heads clear for Rotherham. QPR will retrieve it on halfway. Leongo goes back to Lynch, and that's Crooks involved, tracking him.
Yeah, great work from Crooksy there. He's obviously got fresh legs. Lads need to come up behind him though. Well done, Woody.
And to mention,
oof,
that was Wood going into the
he'll be all right.
advertising hoarders on the far side. Typically gets straight back up. Yeah, I think it was Paul Warner who mentioned it to me. The sprint stats, is it, that you've got, or that the fitness coach has got, and Matt Crooks appears to be really very high in those, apparently.
Is he?
Deceptively quick. Free kick on the far side, meanwhile, while we're talking.
That's unbelievable. That's a free kick the other way. I cannot believe he's given that. Joe needs to be careful because he's been booked. He's just having a word with him. But that is a foul the other way. That's a poor decision.
Yeah, I actually thought he'd given it the other way.
Yeah, so did I. I looked the other way. These are the ones that really frustrate you as a player.
You've seen the replay of it now, look.
Yeah. You see now, he's got hold of Joe. Joe can't get out of there. He's got hold of him.
There's absolutely no way that's a free kick to QPR.
How they see that from, 6 inches away?
The lines was right on top of it.
It's scary. That's where you worry as a player. You put the trust in these people.
Middlesbrough 1, Preston 1 I've just seen now. This free kick's in a decent position for QPR. It's a yard in if you're listening from the touchline on the far side as we look. A two-man wall assembled here by Rotherham United.
Yeah, I want to see us defend this because I'll be raging as a player if he conceded from something that wasn't a foul. Get Woody's big head on it. Get it out there.
We spoke about Freeman's delivery in the first half. He stood over it with Eze on that far side. It will be Freeman to deliver, and it goes, headed away by Smith.
That's a foul as well.
Yes, is it Matiko now at the near post?
Joe just needs to, I'd be having a word with him now just to calm down because he'll be very frustrated after 2 things there. He can't get sent off.
He picked up that yellow card in the first half for a foul on Osai Samuel. Here is Freeman on the far side for QPR. Tight over there. Crooks comes across to get his body in the way, and Freeman wanted a free kick which was not forthcoming, and it's gone all the way back inside the QPR half now. Crooks having an effect already. January signing from Northampton Town.
Yeah, he's given us fresh legs. You can see him already getting about the pitch.
What's his nickname? Is it Tree?
Yeah, Tree. Just because he's massive. He's got big massive feet, and he's done well there though. I told you he's tidy feet. Little dink, Joe.
Newell, angle of the penalty area, goes the cross.
Great goal,
Michael Smith plants a header just wide of the left-hand post. That was Rotherham's best chance of the game so far. Crooks was involved. Newell put in a great cross there, and Smith glancing header just wide of the left-hand post wall.
Yeah, it was Great play from Newley. He gives you that quality, and Crooksey to set it up. I'd have to sit back, but he's still got work to do, but here's a chance from Smudge.
There's a lovely break in field. Here come QPR looking for a 1-2. That was the Echo who stopped him, but the referee's seen a foul there, free kick. Mike the Echo did really well there for Rotherham United.
Yeah, he was brave there in the tackle. I'd say their most urgent player is the goalie. He wants to score, I think, more than most of them. Him and Eze are the ones, they seem to be linking up. As soon as that went out of play, then he dropped the ball down and played. The lads can't turn their backs on it. They need to be switched on. I'm sure Woody will be screaming at them to make sure we don't turn your back.
Can't remember him doing that a lot in the earlier fixture at New York, the goalkeeper. That was the same keeper who played.
It's always different at home and away games, isn't it?
Yeah. Free kick to Rotherham just outside the penalty area. 0-0. Rotherham just having probably their best chance of the game there with Michael Smith's header that's just wide. Rodak looking for Smith, having a really good battle there with Joel Lynch.
That's an elbow.
Crooks, who went behind with Cousins. Cousins has come off worse there by looks of things.
No, look the other way. Great play, Newley.
Into Smith, edge of the box. Smith with a low cross. Newell, can he get out his feet? And he just couldn't get the shot in there. In fact, Lyster was falling down, probably did enough inadvertently, and QPR clear into the stand near side, and it's a throw into Rotherham United. Yeah,
I think that's what we discussed before with Lyster. He puts his body on the line, similar to Woody there. I think he deliberately put his head in the way there on the floor in the 6-yard box. It's good defending. Great feet from Smudge. Newley, they interlink well.
Good thing to spell this for Rotherham, though, Will, I think they are.
Yeah, we're looking good. Get Newley on the ball, he's causing problems.
Potential long throw. Viner throws it into the near post, headed away. Chance here for Ajayi. Didn't get the right connection there.
Yeah, possibly could have taken a touch there.
Still alive though for Rotherham with Taylor on this near side. Taylor driving down the right hand side, drops it for Viner. In goes the cross. It's a great cross. The keeper's come out though and made a good confident claim, and here he goes again. Sends it long down the centre on the counter. Scouted well by Matic, who allows it to go through to Rura. I think it was pushed in the back there by Osai Samuel, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. I don't know. Referees just allowed this to go on because Joe needs to be careful now. As I said, he just needs to keep his head. He's experienced enough, I'm sure he will. But yeah, we're having a nice little spell.
Lynch with a clearance, falls for Taylor. Taylor over low cross, Newell, can he turn? Gets the shot away, blocked. Comes out for Ajayi. Yes! Brilliant strike from Shemi Ajayi. Right footed, it's another one from distance from the Nigerian international. He's drilled it into the bottom right of Lumley's goal. With 20 minutes remaining, he celebrates in front of the Rotherham United fans in the upper tier. Rotherham United take the lead. It's QPR 0, Millers 1.
Yeah, came after our best spell as well. What a hit from Shemi. He's actually put that in that corner there. That was where he had to go. Just seeing it on the replay now. Oh, great finish. Superb. Laced it, bottom corner. Thank you very much.
You just felt it may have been coming there. It was a good little run for Rotherham over the last 5 minutes or so. And he drilled it in like a bomb into the bottom corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure about his dance though. That celebration. Needs to work on that. I think it's because he's going to international duty.
Well, the 300 or so in the upper tier, one or two with shirts off there.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit chilly for that. I won't take mine off just yet. Please don't take yours off me.
No, definitely not. We're not going to mention the away run just yet.
No, we'll keep that.
Still got good 19 minutes to go here, and QPR reacting. Steve McLaren has brought on Naki Wells here.
Yeah, we just need to keep doing what we're doing. I hope we don't change what we're doing. We've gone a little bit more direct, getting runners off Smudge, Tails, Newley, Crooksey, running off the back of Smudge, and it's working. And a great finish from Shemi. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Double change, I think there. Will Shadipo's come on as well. So Steve McLaren reacting there, the Queen's Park Rangers head coach, to Rotherham United going in front here at Loftus Road. And possibly you'd say deservedly so. There's not been a lot in the game, but Rotherham have done well the second half.
Yeah, and I would imagine QPR players will probably start cheating even more now that they're behind. So we need to be aware of that, as I said, on the counter and the quick play from the goalkeeper. Just manage the game.
I think Cousins was one of the players who came off there. Forward it goes into the left channel. Smith tussling for it. It's done well again, Michael Smith.
Superb play.
Infield by Newell to Crooks, back to goal, spraying the play, looking for Viner, it's going to get there, Viner right-footed, in goes the cross, right across the area, just missed by Smith, Newell drills it, blocked, claims of a handball. It looks like a good shout to me, plenty in yellow were appealing for handball there, it's gone behind and it's a corner.
Oh, it's great play. I was sighing from Crooksy then. Sorry, just watching it back. I can't get my words out while I'm watching it back. Wow, that's a good block from the lad. I think that'll be harsh. His hands are inside his body. But yeah, it was a great pass from Crooksy out wide to Zach Viner, and then what a ball from him in between the goalkeeper and the centre halves. Newley had the composure. He possibly could have squared it to Smudge, but I'm hitting that there all day, I think, and it was a good block.
That's one of them you're always going to go up for as a player, aren't you? But it's not a penalty. It's a corner kick to Rotherham. Delayed run into the box by a host of yellow shirts, and it goes. Decent ball in. That was looking for Smith. That was a really important header clear. Smith got the run on his man behind for a corner.
Superb ball, Joe Newell. I think he's been excellent in the second half. Yeah, Michael Smith putting himself about. I thought I was just going to miss Smudge and go to Shermy. You can see us working our set plays we've worked on all week here.
Here we go again with Newell. Different set play coming up here for the Millers. Not seen this one before.
That's a new one.
It goes from Newell towards the back post. There's a lot of pushing and shoving there on Richard Ward, and honestly come out of the penalty area. And QPR clear. But they're running the risk there when you start pulling shirts in the penalty area, and especially since the World Cup. Some referees may be inclined to make a decision on that. Header forward by QPR. Matic will have to be quick and gives it to Rodak. The easiest back pass he'll ever receive, but he's cleared it downfield.
He was bouncing for Joe as well, though. He was put in a sticky position because the lad was offside to start with, and then he came back onside. We just need to keep this going, just keep our heads, keep playing the way we are. We're causing problems. I can see us going 2-0 up here.
Normally away from home, when the visitors score, you get a reaction from the home team, but the Millers have looked like they're going to go and get a second really at this moment in time. QPR look a bit starstruck at the moment. It's not really functioning at all, but they're trying to move down the right hand side now. Offside Samuel, who's been quick into the penalty area. Great
defending, Icky, superb. Woody just got his feet in a bit of a muddle there and tried to bring the lad down, I think, but that's great defending from Michael.
So it's a corner to Queen's Park Rangers. Suddenly the home fans come to life. And some defending to do here for the Millers. 75 minutes coming up. Cluster of bodies in the 6-yard area surrounding each other just in front of Marek Rodak. Surprises to say where this is going then. And it goes, up go the heads, cleared away. Newell heads it up in the air around about the penalty spot area. Wiles with a brilliant leap, heads it clear. Taylor trying to go onto the loose ball. Breaks for a blue and white shirt. Good foot in by Wiles again, but it's still alive here for Queen's Park Rangers. Low cross deflected into the near post, swept away by Zach Viner. It'll stay in play near side. Bidwell scampering after it in front of the Rotherham United dugout on halfway. Lifts it forward towards the edge of the area. Yakwe's left it, a chance here, and it's put wide at the right hand post. What an opportunity there for QPR. Definitely the best of the evening for them. It was a mistake at the back by the Millers, and Wells, who's only just come off the bench, well, you'd have backed him to score there, Will.
Yeah, you would have done. I think that was just stuck right in between the two centre halves. I'd assume they would be communicating there, but yeah, they should have dealt with it. One of them should have come and dealt with that, but we got away with it. We just can't let them build momentum now. We need to put them back on the back foot, just relax a little bit, get the leaders to just calm the boys down. You can see Joe Newell doing it now. Don't worry about it, it's gone. They didn't score, so move on. Never.
It's a free kick to QPR inside their own half. It's probably the first mistake Rotherham have made at the back there.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, cleared everything. I think it was just one of those awkward balls right in between the two of them, and it wasn't obvious who would come and clear it.
Headed away by Zach Viner. 1-0 to Rotherham United. We've played 77 minutes. Ball switched to this near side, away by Luongo. Forward by Bidwell, up jumps Michael Yakwe, wins it in the air, and a play near side. Queen's Park Rangers have a throw in right in front of our commentary position. Not surprised that they want to get on with things here. Bidwell with the throw, wants it back, gets it, sends it forward into the left channel, headed away by Yakwe, just over the head there of Taylor, lifted forward by Bidwell, and up and under. Yaku underneath it once more, battling with Wells. Breaks to this near side. Viner is the defender for Rotherham United. Tight spot here for QPR. Viner with a foot in. So Rangers throw. And QPR left as we look. Again, it's taken quickly. Tempo just raised a tad now from the home team. He goes across, hits the back of a Miller's shirt, and it will stay in play. And Marek Roback scampers out of his goal to clay.
Yeah, I think both of our fullbacks have been brilliant tonight. Zach's done really well against that lad. Made some good tackles, been patient. Not got caught diving in.
Rodak aims it into the direction of Smith.
That's a great kick.
Lynch has got his hands around him, but Smith has brought it down anyway. Gives it to Taylor, skips inside. Here's the goal scorer, Shemi Ajayi, in a rich vein of form in front of goal at the moment.
I think he's overtook me now for goals.
He's got 5 now.
Great ball.
Ball into the channel. Smith will keep it in, will he? Scampers across. He got there, but he just couldn't quite keep it in play. Valiant effort, but a great idea behind the ball.
It was a great pass. I just don't think Smudge was expecting it. Reacted slightly late. Nearly got there, but not quite.
12 minutes remaining. Rotherham United in a quest for survival. In a good position here, but there's a long way to go yet. Goodwell sends it forward. Few groans from the home fans again. Cleared by Shemi Ajayi. Return to this near side. Flick round the corner by Shadipo, the substitute. Yaku, the clearance comes off the Rangers jersey.
Yeah, that was intelligent from Michael there. He just slowed down so that he could kick it off the player, as opposed to getting there and just booting it straight out. I like it when centre halves and full-backs do that. It just, look now, it soaks the pressure up, allows us to slow the game down.
Looks like QPR are going to make another change, I think, here. Looks like Pavel Schleck getting ready to come on, the pole.
I know which
is
worse.
I asked someone before. Newell will pick up the loose ball here for Rotherham, deep inside his own half, the left full-back position. He clears. Cooper have a throw. Will they make the change now?
I think they'll keep it. Do the long throw now, probably. I know they are.
They're going to do it. And that's Eze coming off, who has looked bright and breezy, but when you break down, his effect on the game, he's really done too much, especially second half, hasn't he?
Yeah, we've kept him quiet second half, but if I was on the pitch now, I'd be quite glad to see him go off, to be honest. He's got that ability to change games and make things happen, so I'm not completely disappointed to see him off.
QPR's throw on the far side. Pulled in towards the near post area. Comes off a QPR head, then Taylor clears out to the far side. Furlong will work his way down the right hand side. Well within range now. Here comes the throw into the near post, headed away by Richard Wood.
Take the foul.
Wells goes down, but it was unfairly, says the referee, by Leongo. And goes another cross. Out comes Marek Rodak. Great claim. We've seen him punch a lot of those, but this time opted to hold on to it. And he came through quite a few bodies there, Will, to tell you that one.
Yeah, it's something we've tried to encourage him over the last few weeks to try and help out the back four, come and claim things, and he's done brilliant there. And he's kicking it out now. Joe Newell's down. I think they'll be making the substitution anyway. Joe's just slowing the game down slightly. I didn't see him get hurt, but I'm obviously wrong as the physio runs on.
Yeah. Probably not a bad time for Rotherham to have a bit of a break here, because QPR have woken up over the last couple of minutes or so. What kind of instructions are usually being fed onto the pitch at this stage? Well, everyone comes over for a drink, but obviously you've got Matt Hamshaw down there, Paul Warren, chatting to one or two players. Yeah,
usually it'll be just individual things. So, what I can see there, whilst he's asking a question, he's probably asking who deals with the midfield runner now, or has it changed with Eze going off? I think they might have gone to more of a 4-4-2 because Eze had that free role before. So it can be a mixture of things, really.
Well, Ford's going to come on here.
Yeah, for Newell,
And Newell's going to come off. I mean, that may well have been possibly planned before he went down, but
yeah, I would imagine that's a sub they might have made. Newell's worked really hard. He's been effective this game. He's been brilliant. I can see him having a chat with Gilp, so he might actually be struggling with something. But Fordy coming on, he'll have to support Baz now, Joe Matip, because obviously with him being on that booking and and they're quick down that side. I would imagine Fordy will play alongside Baz and just give them that bit of protection.
You've played fullback a few times in Rotherham United. I'm not sure if you've played with Anthony Ford in front of you, but I would imagine if you were a fullback and Anthony Ford was your winger, you'd be pretty happy. He works up and down, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he does his defensive duties well. He stays in. He doesn't go missing. Sometimes some wingers go a little bit far wide, but no, he stays and protects you. And I think that's what the manager will have told him to do. Like there, when he just picks it up inside the pitch, plays back.
Road will clear. 82 minutes gone. It's Queen's Park Rangers 0, Rotherham United 1. QPR on the near side. When they're throwing off Viner. It's 10 yards inside the Millers half. Bidwell was probably just a bit too advanced for the referee's liking there on the throw. Tries the ball with his shirt. Throws the ball into the substitute. That's Pavel Schleck. Forward into the left channel now. The defender is Viner. Looked like a copper in the face there, but the ball's out for a throw in, I think. It's in that area we can't see again.
No, I just saw it. Yeah, he just threw his arm up at Zach there. The referee's done well to spot it. Zach's been excellent, hasn't been beaten once. I think actually it's a throw in.
Yeah, he's given the throw.
Yeah.
Down the line it goes, headed forward by Freeman, hooked away by Ford, onto the chest of Wiles, who turns and flicks it round the corner. Lyson under pressure, has to put it out of play. Crooks got up alongside him, and Rotherham have got thrown in an advance area here, and I would have guessed there would be no hurry to take this one.
No, I think they'll slow the game down a little bit here.
It's a skill in itself, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's something that we need to improve on as well. Our game management, we conceded late quite a few times, but yeah, here's Zach. I would imagine we'll throw it into Michael Smith to try and hold the ball in the corner, or Matt Crooks there.
Middlesbrough 1, Preston 2 now. QPR will clear. Freeman over the top. Yepko's going to chase him here with Schleck, and Schleck's going to get there. Level the edge of the penalty area. Turns it into the channel and looking for Freeman, but Yepko did really well there for Rotherham. Gets the ball first, clears into the stand near side.
Defended excellently as a back four. Just that one in between that we got caught with, but yeah, Icky and Woody have done really well.
QPR throw. Schleck the substitute. Gets it here. Lays it back to left hand side, and Bidwell flips it forward. Schleck runs towards the byline, and goes the cross. Chance here at the back stick, and there's the equaliser. And QPR may well have just brought one or two Rotherham United hearts there. It's Osai Samuel, I think, at the back post. We've only got 5.5 minutes remaining, but Schleck, the substitute's had an impact, hasn't he? He got the cross in, and as soon as he got that first touch out of his feet, he could only back him to score from there. 85 minutes gone. It's Queen's Park Rangers 1, Rotherham United 1.
Yeah, it's really disappointing. We won't be happy with that. From a throw in to get it into feet and behind us, and for a lad to be able to take a touch in the middle of the boxes, it's disappointing. There's still time left though, and a draw isn't a disaster.
Alvin, QPR very rarely threatened, like you said, apart from that mistake at the back. That's the first time really I think they've got in behind, but Rotherham on the attack from the restart here down the left hand side. In goes the cross to the back post, and it's gone too far and beyond for a goal kick from Anthony Ford. But just maybe now time for one of the more experienced heads on the pitch there, Will, just to get things organised again, like you said. Still Rotherham United in a good position here. Yeah,
there's plenty of time as well for set play, long throw, anything, a bit of magic. Just can't lose our heads here. Just keep it at this, at least.
Forward headed away by Michael Yepko, flicked on by Jai. Now Wiles. Here's Crooks. Rotherham on the attack once again. Over halfway, gets the pass away left hand side. Anthony Ford sprinting down the left for Rotherham United. Ford cuts inside. Ford still going. Ford's going to have a shot here. Ford. It's too high. It's over, and it's a goal kick to Queen's Park Rangers with 3.5 minutes of normal time remaining.
Yeah, it's something that you try and encourage Fordy to do. You see him doing it in training all the time. Cuts inside and bends on top bin, and it's hard to do in the games, but nice to see it be positive.
It's been a positive reaction to the goal from Rotherham United. They've got themselves a throw on the near side, right full back position. So close, the Millers there, weren't they? But like you said, there's still time. And if not, a point is never a bad point, is there, on the road in the Championship, as Paul Warne says?
No, but we were coming here for 3.
Hoisted forward by Furlong. Rotherham have got a throw in again in the right full back position. One apiece here on I Follow Millers, with just over 3 minutes remaining here at Loftus Road.
suppose with newly stoppage, there might be 3 or 4 put on. That's a foul. There's 2 of them grabbing hold of Michael Smith there. Just because he's a big, strong lad, can't do that.
Hasn't had a lot, has he, in this game?
If that was John Taylor, he'd give the foul because he's
you feel sorry for him. It's thrown halfway to Rotherham. I think Paul Warren just making that point to the referee now.
Yeah. He doesn't get any protection.
Viner for Rotherham on halfway, the Rotherham right. Pulls this ball down the line. QPR clear. Underneath it is Ajayi. Nudges it forward. Controlled by Freeman. And then smashed up to halfway. Met by Viner. And then Schleck gets in. And then stabbed forward by Wood. Leisner calls for it early. Heads it over halfway. Flick on by Wells towards Schleck. Miscontrols. Viner and Zakwe almost got in each other's way, and the back pass was a little short, but Rodak clears into the stand on the near side.
Yeah, Zach did brilliantly there. It was stuck between the 2 of them, and I think they've both done well to work that out in the end. It was a tough situation. Just needs to stay switched on from these throws, because that's how they got in before.
Rotherham have partially won it back, but again it falls for a blue and white shirt, and QPR come down the left-hand side. Wiles with a very important challenge there. And Iyakwe will clear up to halfway. Won by Lynch. Forward then by Jai. Straight back to Lynch, who controls it this time. Sends it forward long. Hook go the heads. Away by Michael Iyakwe. Bidwell, I think, is going to let it run out of play. He'll settle for the throw. Just inside the Rotherham half. 88.5 minutes played. Crooks into the back of his opponent. The referee shakes his head. No free kick. QPR still have it anyway. Footing again by Wiles. Another throw to QPR down this QPR left. Midway through the Rotherham United half. Back to halfway it goes. Lynch, the central defender, finds Leisner just outside the centre circle. We saw one driving in from him already. He's carrying the ball once more. In goes the pass, left. Schleck turns it down the corner. He was caught, but the ball would well gone off his instep, and I think the referee possibly thought he was looking for the free kick there. Goes through to Marek Rodak.
Yeah, I think that's a foul for me, to be honest. Icky's missed the ball. I think it is a foul, but
just a bit.
Yeah, that was worse than mine. Am mine again? Are we talking about that again? Surely.
Hull 3, sorry, Norwich 3, Hull 2, Carroll Road. Here it's 1-1.
I think the referee's not given that, as you say, because his touch has gone so far away. But you know, I don't think that really should have anything to do with it. We'd be frustrated if that wasn't given the other way around.
Rotherham on the far side. We're into the final minute. I don't expect too much in terms of added on time. Smith's gone down again. It looked like he was foul. Nothing given. Headed forward by Mattock. QPR again will settle for the throw on the far side.
Yeah.
3 minutes of being added. It's probably about right, I would suspect.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect any more really about that. It'd be nice to see us just get one more chance, one more set play where Woody can go and get up and, you know, be ashamed to just this to fizzle out. But a draw isn't a bad result.
Throw down the line for Mattock. It'll fall for Schleck. Angle of the penalty area. Still with Pavel Schleck here. He's allowed to get the cross in. It's blocked by Richard Wood. It's QPR who are finishing the stronger. They've got a corner kick on the far side into stoppage time.
Woody's done well to defend that there, but
Billy Jones coming on for Ben Wiles.
Billy Jones, yeah, I think the manager is possibly happy with the point at this point.
I suppose when you're defending a corner in stoppage time, bringing on defenders, not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And vastly experienced Billy Jones, who's had a good run in the side. So he was replaced by Viner.
He's been excellent, really composed, gives a level head, and Zach's been unfortunate not to get back in because he was in a good run of form as well. It just shows two good fullbacks fighting for places. I'm sure it'll change again towards the end of the season.
So we played a minute and a quarter of the 3, and Rotherham are defending a corner kick here. Vital moments here for Rotherham United as Jones sprints onto the park. All the players virtually clustered around the 6-yard area waiting for this corner kick. Freeman to deliver for Queen's Park Rangers. It's in it goes. It's punched clear by Rodak, who's done well. Edge of the box, headed back in by Schleck's gone behind. It will be a goal kick to Rotherham.
Yeah, Marek's done well then with it being under the bar. Obviously he's got a lot of extra height, being able to use his hands, so I like to see goalies come and do that. He's done well there. You never know, there might be one more chance in this game. Hopefully the ref will play a little bit longer with that substitution being made.
Officially, I think we've got a minute, but like I said, the substitution was made as well there. So Road out to clear downfield. Straight on to head though of Furlong. Returned by Ajayi. Furlong clears a second time. Mattock over to the far side. Hooks it forward. Underneath it, Furlong again. I thought Crooks got blocked off there as he went for it.
Yeah, he did block him. Go on, get forward, get at it. Get us a corner.
Anthony Ford.
Go on.
Down the left-hand side. Ford looks to cut into cross, and he goes
Great
towards
ball.
Crooks, diving header clear by Leicester again there. Ford's got onto the ball once more. Sliding challenge comes in. QPR have it by. Then Jones with a brilliant challenge and a second one. Ball deflects out to the left-hand side, and Crooks sends one down the line. I think he was just trying to stop it from going out for a throw, and it will be a QPR throw on the far side in the end, and that might just about take us through to the end.
Yeah, Billy's done really well there. I thought it was just going to fall for us. Can't imagine it'll be much longer here. You never know.
He might just add on a 30 seconds.
Well done, Billy.
Sub.
Go on, Smudge.
Leicester heads clear. Jones after it heads it forward. Away by QPR again. Dying embers of this game. One apiece here at Loftus Road in stoppage time. Deep into stoppage time. The ball stays in play.
Done,
Lovely back heel
Shemi.
by Shemi Ajayi. Maybe one last chance for Rotherham United. Forward on the charge.
Hey!
Is taken out of it. It will be a free kick.
That'll do us. That.
There will be time for this. And there's going to be a card as well.
It's good to see subs come on and be positive. You've only got 10-15 minutes to impress and change the game if you can. Nice to see Fordy continuing to get at people.
Furlong's definitely booked this time.
Yeah. If he's sent off, he'll be sent. Fordy needs to take his time here and just deliver us a bit of quality. I'd like to see Joe Mattock get up here. We've got two at the back already.
Can Rotherham United win
Can't
it?
imagine they'll play on from this.
It's got to be it, hasn't it? It's the last chance of the game. Play well over the 3 minutes now.
Yeah, this will be it. As soon as this is cleared or in the back of the net, that'll be it. Come on.
Forward with a free kick for Rotherham United. In it goes.
Great knock.
Go the head.
Yes!
Brilliant! Rotherham United have scored!
Yes!
And it's Shemi Ajayi! Ajayi celebrates over to this near side. Rotherham United, with the last kick of the game, have won here at Loftus Road. Surely there's no time to restart now. The cross into the back post was a peach. Up went the headers, and it looks like Ajayi is the one who's claiming it. Will Vokes, that looks like Rotherham United's first away win in the Championship since April 2016.
Yeah, unbelievable. Fordy did exactly, you must have heard me. Took his time, great delivery, and Shemi again. He's on absolute fire at the moment. Brilliant. What a goal. Get in. You could see the reaction from the bench. I wanted to get down there. We're all going mental. And the fans. Superb. That's it. Done. Shemi, unbelievable. He's been instrumental in the last few weeks. I think I can say it now. I think it was his man that ran off him for the goal for QPR, so he'll be delighted with himself to get that winner.
Well, they all went up for it. I mean, if you looked at Richard Wood, you thought he'd scored the goal himself.
Yeah.
This pump into the upper tier to the right of our commentary position. Surely the referee's going to blow here. We're playing on unbelievably.
That's
way
gotta
over
be
time. We've played 5 minutes and 20 seconds according to my watch.
He needs
here.
to get his whistle in his mouth.
Smith just needs to get rid of it.
Just
here.
clear it.
Just clear it away, and that's
Well
going to
done,
be it.
Billy
surely.
Jones.
Jones, brilliant. There is the full-time whistle. Can you believe it? Get the t-shirts printed. Rotherham United have won a game away from home in the Sky Bet Championship in dramatic fashion here at Loftus Road. They led, and going into the final 5 minutes, it looked like the Millers were going to do it. QPR bagged themselves an equaliser, only for Shemi Ajayi with virtually the last kick of the game, heading in from a set play. Rotherham United, I can actually say this now, unbelievable. They've won a game away from home in the Sky Bet Championship.
Yeah, it must have been me. I was the bad omen. I said that before. I've been here too long. Unbelievable. I thought it was a great performance, and to concede and then what was it, 84th they scored the goal?
84th.
To go and do it. I want to get down there, Matt, so you're on your own, mate.
Yeah, off we go. Go and celebrate. Thanks very much. You're going to create this when you finish, by the way, so just don't trip up on
Not
my
as good
ways.
as you. You're like John Motson.
Thank you. Well, thanks to Will Vokes for his company this evening. And thanks for nearly garrotting me there with the headphones as well. Well, how many were in the away end? 321, I think it was. Well, they'll be absolutely delighted that they've made the trip on a Wednesday night all the way to Shepherd's Bush here. You could probably hear them in the background. Great noise from the fans to the right of my commentary position, scanning my head around the press box. Several members of the written press are doing a complete rewrite of all their scripts now. It did look like QPR had rescued a point here The heads went down temporarily, but they didn't stay down for long. Rotherham responded brilliantly to that equalising goal. And then Anthony Ford's cross, headed in by Shemi Jai, his second of the evening. Peach of a cross, great header, and all the members of the Rotherham United coaching team and all the players have gone towards their supporters, housed in the upper tier to the right of where we're sat here. You can probably hear him in the background. And Ulvokes has made his way down there as well. Jubilation. And who can blame him? It's been such a long time since